What's up, my friends? No funny intro today. Just want to wish you all a happy holiday season. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you all had a great year. And remind you all about Cube for Charity. This is the big Cube event me and Jaber run every year. It's our 5th year running, 48-hour Cube challenge. Phenomenal teams. Cool Stuff Inc. sponsoring my team, which is phenomenal. Raising money for great charities. It's going to be really, really awesome. It's going to be on effectively the 27th and 28th, all day on Twitch, 48 hours straight. There's my team. We got Reed, Arya, Doomwake. You can see Mythic Meebo, Nassif, and Caleb on J-Bro's team. It's going to be a great time. So pop on, check it out. Enjoy the video today. Also, a little warm up for it. And I love you all. Happy holidays. You all great. Thanks so much for watching this year and all past years. And looking forward to 2024. All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. A little bit different. Cheers to everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And we're doing a vintage cube draft on Arena. Why are the cards so small? There we go. Let me fix that for you. There we go. Boom, nice and big. There we go. Sorry about that. And we're going to be doing vintage cube drafts, which is a lot of fun, obviously. We do one of these every year for Cool Stuff. My video, I can't resist a little vintage cube action. Of course, as you saw, Cube for Charity is happening. And let's freaking go. So we got Ragavan, Dark Confidant, Sneak Attack, Scape Shift. The cube has changed a bit. I haven't really looked at it that much, but Staff of the Storyteller is a new card. Make a token, and then make a token, put a story counter. Kind of a cool card. I was at a Ragavan here, though, I think. Ragavan's pretty sweet. Sneak Attack, Dark Confidant, Chromox, Force, Staff, probably all regional picks as well. I think pretty safe to take the old Ragavan here and kind of do it that way. So take Ragavan and make sure that my card is invisible for y'all. Wow. Okay, so pick 2, we see a Channel, which is a pretty busted card. We've also got a Jace, a Savin's Reclamation. Played this card in Legacy before. Sail into the West, a little Lord of the Rings card. Start with you. Each player votes return or embark. If return gets more votes, each player returns up to 2 cards in the graveyard to their hand. You exile this. If embark gets more votes or tie, each player discard draw. So basically, it's just a instant speed format of wheel. Okay. Also got Baleful Strix, Kenra, Hole Breacher is pretty insane as well. Channel doesn't play particularly well at Ragavan, but at the same time, like, it's freaking Channel. You just, forget the Ragavan. I think it's really, really important in cube drafts that you want to swing for the fences at all times. You want to be kind of just like taking the most powerful card, trying to play as many of the most powerful cards as possible. Like, if you were to take Kenra here and just kind of like stay the red course, I think that'd be a big mistake in your cube drafts. Like, you really want to just swing high. You're going to end up with 30 playables anyway. Just take the best cards as possible. So take Channel. What in the world? Merry Christmas, my friends. A 3rd pick Mox Emerald. This pack must have been juiced. So Mox Emerald. Also a Badlands. An Astral Dragon. This is a new one. 8 mana for a 4/4 flying. On ETBs, make 2 tokens that are copies of target non-creature permanent. Except they're dragons. This card's insane. Sure. But yeah, obviously we're slamming the Mox here. This pack must have had like Soul Ring Mox Recall or something like that. So pretty insane for us to get a 3rd pick on color Mox, which is awesome. So cheers to us for Mox Emerald. Pack 4, we see a Fetch Land, a Tropical Island, a Mystic Confluence. Pretty awesome card. Counterspell, card draw, bounce, etc., etc. We got Swifty here, but I don't really think that we're going to be like a red deck, given the fact we have Channel and Mox Emerald now. So we'll go a little bigger. Think that Tropical Island's interesting, Tribalder's interesting, Fetch Land's interesting, Glyph's fine, Talisman's fine. I think that Tropical Island's like probably our safest pick here. With Channel, we kind of want to make sure we're obviously heavy green to cast the Channel early, and then we also want to make sure we have enough colorless things. We don't want to be a lot of colors because we want to be focusing on colorless acceleration. So big colorless cards are pretty cool. Yeah, I could see like an argument for Tribalder, but just a kind of a worse card. So just a Tropical Island to see how it goes. And you can pass Bloodstained Mire, Scrapwork Mutt. It's a pretty cool one, actually. Seed Shark, Imperial Seal, Razor Verge Thicket, a couple red cards, Fatal Push. Not a great back for us, honestly. Soul of Windgrace, interesting card. EDB's Return a Land, or Tax Return a Land. It's kind of cool. Cool Wasteland stuff. I mean, Seed Shark's a pretty cool card. Not really jiving super well what we're doing, but probably take the Mire, even though we don't really have any lands that go with the Mire just yet. It's just like the pack's kind of weak overall. The Mutt's kind of okay too, but like, I don't know. Just gonna take Meyer and kind of stay open here. I'm not really sure what direction we're going yet. Pick number 6, we see Remand, Eternal Witness, Goldspan, Dragon, Grief. Wooded Foothills is a pretty clear pick, I think, here. Liberator's not bad, honestly, but Foothills is just an on-color fetch land, and you just want to take fetch lands highly. And right now you can see with our fetch lands, we have, now have 2 tropical islands, so on and so forth. So take the Foothills into, I don't know what this card is. Delayed Blast Fireball. Red, red, 1 instant. Deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control, which is pretty good. This is cast from Exile. It deals 5 damage to each creature and opponent they control. Foretell 6. It's an interesting card. It's like a one-sided Pyroclasm. Alright. Steel Seraph, Safekeeper. Nishoba Brawler. Kind of a cool card, actually. This card beats. Manamorphose is kind of cool. Thought Scour. I'm going to take the Manamorphose. I think I just want to like make sure we're green or red, I guess. This card fits in both, so still looking for something to believe in, but all right. And we see here in pick number 8, this is our last pack, 4 new cards. We have an Ulamog, which goes on channel, obviously. Heath, and Copperline Gorge, both pretty interesting too, but I think we're just taking the big boom boom. This is a decent card to channel off. Obviously, you get to kill the first thing, which is kind of cool too. So, yeah, both Heath and Copperline Gorge are obviously somewhat appealing. Again, we don't really have colors yet. We're kind of just like taking cards, and this is fine. Like if you're 7 picks in, and this is what you have so far, this is totally fine. A couple fetch lands, a Mox, 2 powerful cards, and we'll just figure it out as we go. Trying to have a lot of power in our pool. Okay, so this is our opening pack. We see we tabled Scape Shift and Stomping Ground. Also Woodfall Primus, which is a good boom boom, but it doesn't play well with our channel. But Stomping Ground's great here. I think if we can play Ragavan and channel, that'd be great. And now we have 3 ways to make Stomping Ground on turn 1, which is awesome. So pretty great. Raging Ravine, Sail into the West. I mean, Wheels are good with Mana Acceleration. It's kind of an interesting one, too. We do have the Tropical Island also. Raging Ravine is like, it's okay. It's the most exciting card ever. Let's try this card. Never cast a card before in my life. So, take the Sail into the West. Gruul Turf, interesting. This is a new addition. This is definitely a new version of a cube. I have a few bounce lines on my own cube. Not all of them, but I think a few of them is kind of nice for the green decks. And they're playing Explore effects and stuff. This is fun. Pretty happy with this. Take Gruul Turf. Take Tarmogoyf here. We're not really a Spirit deck, I don't think. And a Flame Slash is fine. Might play that. Outland Liberator Table is awesome. Also a land, too. But Liberator is pretty good. You can, like, go to Night and then attack and kill stuff. Yeah, take Liberator. And then a Rallier. Okay, so an okay pack 1. Not great. Pretty good mana. Got a Mox, got a Channel, and a Ragavan. 1 thing to channel out. Some other things to do, but, just kind of floating along here. Just going to figure it out as we go. We open back 2. We see a lot of goodies. We got Time Twister, Volcanic Island, Birds of Paradise, Beseju, Mox Diamond, Channeler, Counterspell, Spell Pierce. Think I'm all about Birds of Paradise here. I love this old art, too. Thank God we got the old arts in here. Oh, yeah. Got to keep this vintage cube pure, Old arts, old borders. Love it. But yeah, Volcanic Island's interesting. We already have a Trop, though, and a Stomping Ground, so we don't really need the fetchable blue-red source that badly. Twister's pretty sweet, but like, we're going to have Sail into the West. We might not even be blue. I think we're definitely red and green, so Birds is great here. And then we'll try and find... I think we had Sneak Attack in our opening pack, so we can't find Sneak Attack, but maybe we can find some other sort of like through the reach kind of effect, too. So take Birds. And Natural Order's kind of cool, too. Natural Order, of course, is a nice way to put in a Boom Boom. There's also Flash. This is a new card to the cube. Heard a lot of good things about Flash being kind of busted. Don't really have anything great to go with either one of these yet. There was a Woodfall Primus in our first pack, too, which is really, really good Flash, obviously. Flash doesn't play particularly well with the Eldrazi, which is what plays well with Channel, which is kind of an awkward pairing. Escape the Wilds is pretty powerful also. Both Natural Order and Flash, though, are really, really powerful cards. Want more Elves for Natural Order if possible, but I'm thinking Natural Order here. We have no blue cards really either. We only have the 1 Tropical. I might not even play blue, so I'll take the Natural Order. Hopefully we'll table the Escape the Wilds, but not really sure yet. So get our next pack going. We got Botanical Sanctum, Spirebluff Canal, Karn, Plateau, Tundra, Brain Freeze, Time Warp, Courser of Krufix. Courser's a little fair, but not the worst. Botanical Sanctum sort of plays for us. You know, Spiral of Canal is also kind of interesting, but yeah, I think Courser might be a little too fair, honestly. I want to make sure I have green on turn one for my mana creatures too, so I mean Courser's still pretty good. A couple fetch lands, we cast it on turn two fairly often. Right now we're at like 10-ish playables, so you need to keep an eye on your playable count. Just how often. You usually want to take lands pretty often, but you know if you are light on playables, you can avoid it. But I think we are pretty not light on playables right now, so I don't take Courser though. I don't love it, but plus one gets aggro next too. So another card we got to read here in Court of Garenbrig. Green 1 for enchantment. When ETBs can become a monarch, which is busted. Being for upkeep, distribute 2 plus the most counters among creatures you control. And if you're the monarch, double. This card seems insane. Like all the monarch cards are so silly. It's gotten to a weird point now where like the cube is just a bunch of weird commander cards. Like all the monarch cards and all the initiative cards are just totally busted, which is just kind of wild. But this card seems insane. Just cast it on turn 2 and just like draw a bunch of cards and stuff. So pretty down for Court of Garenbrig. Some busto commander cards. We got Endurance, Duretti, Heart of Kirin. Another card we got to read here in Najila Blade Blossom. This is a 3-2 for 3. Whenever it attacks, whenever a warrior attacks, you make a token, and then you can untap all attacking creatures. They gain a bunch of stuff if you play Wooburg. It's not particularly great. Questing Druid is a little weird with our Ulamog effects. We're not currently a great channel deck, but the rest of our deck's kind of fine. So Endurance, Duretti, Bayou. I guess Questing Druid's like fine. It's not really exciting because the exile effects awkward with our big stuff, but everything else is pretty mopey. I mean, Endurance is like not a bad card, I guess, but I don't know. I don't love this Questing Druid here that much. I'll take it, but all right. Green Sun Zenith, a Teamer Triome, which has been a pretty big game with our fetch lands, obviously. Ponder, Green Sun Zenith, Embercleave. Another commander card to read here in Torsten Founder Benalia. 7 mana for a 7/7. When it ETBs, reveal top 7 cards of your library. Any number of creature and or land cards among them into your hand. Rest on the bottom of your library. Whenever it dies, make 7/1/1 soldiers. This is a decent natural order target. We only have a few things to sack for natural order though, so like I think I just take the land here. I don't know why we have the ugly Triumphs, though. Why is every other card with a cool old border? And this is just, like, the ugly Triumphs. I don't get it. But, all right. So, yeah. Let's take the Triumph. Titania is pretty sweet. That's a pretty good card to have access to. Pretty powerful. Fetch lands. A pretty good, like, top-end green card. Field of the Dead's not really us. We only have a few different kinds of lands. So, take Titania. We got Elvish Mystic, Slam Dunk. Oliphant, Mishra's Factory, some stuff, whatever. This is fine. Pretty easy Mystic, I think. Make our natural a little better. We got Volcanic Island, a Dragon Rage Channeler. This Sun's Glory card's pretty good, right? Flying, Lifelink, Haste, whenever it attacks. You get a experience counter and make a token. You can return it. Pretty cool card. But Scavenger Use is fine, but I'll just take the Volk here, I think. We'll just keep our mana good. We only have one blue card, but like blue is the best thing to splash, and we're putting ourselves up to open any of the good blue cards. Just take the Volcanic Island. We table Escape the Wilds, pretty cool. So take the Escape the Wilds. Botanical Sanctum also tables, cool. What does this card do? Gut, True Soul, Zealot. They're mana for a 2/2. Whenever you attack, sacrifice a creature or artifact. If you do, make a 4/1. It's not really us. Arc Trail is a good sideboard card, so got a good sideboard card here. We have the Heart of Kirin or the Blade Blossom. And we're a little out of things to do here, I'm not going to lie. Looking for a big pack 3. The Torsten tables. All right. I mean, definitely a possible natural order target. Kind of a cool card. And Seething Song. All right. So pack 3. What do we got? Help me out here. We need a little bit of oomph in this deck. And we got Bone Crusher, Begiri, Coalition Relic, Asika's Chariot. There is a Through the Breach. It's actually pretty gas with Torsten, too. Through the Breach is good with Ulamog and Torsten. I'm kind of aiming for Through the Breach, honestly. Also, Growth Chamber, Stormcarve, of course, Lightning Bolt, Bone Crusher, Relic, Chariot, all cards that I would play. So, but Through the Breach plays well with our channel or natural order, depending on what we get access to. I'm in. Take the Breach. Need a few more Eldrazi's and stuff. We gotta make this natural order and or channel better, but I think this is a decent start here. So kind of like, Gruul, Splash Blue, maybe. Our blue splash is super free. We have Sanctum, Triome, Trop, Volk, multiple fetch lands, and a Birds of Paradise. So, and a Manamorphose. So casting blue cards is like actually a joke. So get past the recall, maybe? That'd be a nice little Merry Christmas action for us, right? Don't they know it's Christmas? We get a Triome. Leveler's pretty good. I would say the Cityscape Levelers are pretty nice. Big boom boom for channel. Fourth Aralingus is pretty busted. Also a Gruff Triplets, which is a pretty good card with Through the Breach. But yeah, take Leveler. Leveler is good with Through the Breach also, even though you don't get the cast trigger, you get the attack trigger, which is fine. So good with channel and good with Through the Breach. So I think it fits our bill here a little bit. Take the Leveler. True Name, Dark Depths, Fire Covenant. I don't understand why there's like 95% of all the cards have awesome borders and some have just bad ones. This is a pretty weird old card. Smuggler's Copter, our Excavator. Gitaxian Probe is pretty good. Just a good card in general, honestly. Rest of the pack's pretty exciting. We're not really a good Copter deck. We're not really a good Excavator deck. Grizzlebrand plays well with Through the Breach. Does not play well with Natural Order or Channel. So I think it's not the best fatty for us. So let's take Probe. Probe's just a good card. Nakatl, a Rite of Flame. Contagion with a weird new border. A Glory Banger's pretty good. Kolga's pretty good. Kolga's good with Through the Breach and with Natural Order, not with Channel, but still I think worth hitting the pile here. It's a pretty good card. I've actually been very impressed with Kolga almost every time. It's just big, huge thing. It kills something, and there's a lot of artifacts and enchantments to kill too. Craterhoof, Minkskin Boo is busted. So is Fury, though. Craterhoof, we do have Natural Order, but like we're not playing many creatures, so I think the Craterhoof's kind of unexciting. Fury's great, but we're not playing that many red cards. I'm just take the Minkskin Boo. Minkskin Boo is like one of the better cards in the cube. Just a super powerful Planeswalker. So pretty interesting, like red-green sort of unfair deck. But Avacyn's Pilgrim is not the best mana dork, but it's a mana dork, and mana dorks are hugely important for our Natural Order and for our ramping. And it also can give us white in theory for this too. So pretty easy Pilgrim here, I think. And a Taiga is cool. Glimmer Lens? What's this card do? Never seen it before in my life. 200 for an equipment. 4 Meriden! Whenever a equipped creature and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. This card's insane. This card's really good. Wow. Walking Ballista. Right now we're at... Usually I cut the lands out just to get a better idea of how many spells I have. Alright. We have 23 playables already, so we're looking pretty good. Just take the Taiga. Uro. Wow, this pack's juiced. Uro's obviously pretty good. A little off color for us, though. Although Pest Infestation is insane. This card's awesome. Really powerful card. Kills multiple enchantments. Creature from Natural Order. Love it. Carnosaur's pretty good, too. Not bad with our Through the Breach, but yeah, Infestation's great. So we got Stormcarved Coast, Asika's Chariot, Bone Crusher Giant. Again, we're pretty good on playables here. I would say we're probably not playing the Questing Druid. Natural Order, Minkskin Boo, Sail into the West. This card also might not be great in our deck, honestly. Like, we can end step, draw 7, which is pretty good, but some Boom Booms. Just gonna take the Coast here, I think. I think we're already there on playables. I guess, like, the Asika's Chariot is not bad either. Bone Crusher is just, like, obviously, like, a removal spell. We're light removal, too. Let's take Bone Crusher. I think our lands are pretty good, so, 16 lands. We've got a bevy of different dual land options. We have good removal for artifacts and enchantments, which is pretty important. So we have Mystic, Birds, Pilgrim, Ragavan. We have 4 1-drops. And of course we have the Mox too. Tameo, Collector of Tales, not really us. Spellseeker, can find Channel, but it's not particularly good. Phyrexian Dragon Engine's like, I don't know, a little interesting, but not really the greatest. I don't think we're playing that. Iconoclast, Synthesizer. Not playing any of these cards, so I think we're done, honestly. So we have a pretty interesting like red green sort of like kind of sneak attacky deck. I think we've failed a little bit in that we're not particularly great at any of our three elements. We have Channel, Natural Order, and Through the Breach, so our three powerful cards. And we have some cards that work with each, but not all. That being said, we have Courser, Court of Garen Brig. We have a good number of just like, reasonable cards. Last pick, Glimmerlens. The card seems pretty good. But we got some good things going on, some good card draw. Into the West, Escape the Wilds. So I think we're alright here. This deck seems fun. And so I think we're just good. We could also funnel Channel into our Pessimization, right? Yeah, make my Shogun's kind of cool. So, sort by color, we're just red-green. We actually have, like, literally one blue card and one white card, so we're going to look at our lands. We got 24 cards here. We got Mox Emerald is green. So we got Mire. We got Gruul Turf, Sanctum, Taiga. Foothills gets anything. Volcanic Island. This gets anything. Tropical Island. Stomping Ground. Triome. So, mana base is immaculate. Almost everything makes green, too, which is great, because we're base green, obviously. We're going to add... we can choose the land we want. Oh, my God. This is awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, what phenomenal choices, too. Did I choose these, or did the game choose? These are, like, literally the lands that I always use. This must have been me, right? Some sort of, like... These must be the lands I have in my collection. Because, like, these are the arts that I use. This is my plains, my island, my swamp, my mountain, and my forest that I usually use. So, obviously Ice Age Forest, actually, but this is incredible. Oh, I love this. All right, so, this is great. Yeah, one mountain's fine, a bunch of forest is fine. All right, sort by mana value. These boom booms all together, and there it is. Here is our Holiday Cube deck for 2023, and let's do this.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of Jim Davis, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using the promo code JIM5 at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And remember to use the code JIM5 at checkout for 5% off. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.
All right, so these lands are pretty nice. Stomping Ground, Taiga, Gruul Turf, but Channel with nothing to do with it, and a Liberator is not good enough here. We're going to mulligan. Let's go mulligan down into Ragavan, Ataxian Probe. This is great, and keep this. So Ragavan, Probe, Through the Breach, Gruul Turf on the mountain here, I think. Just going to go turn one Probe, Ragavan. Try and find a Boom Boom. Try and get our Ragavan into, hopefully. Alright, so fire up the Probe first. We draw Channel. That's not bad. Alright, Probe ya. Pay with life. We see a hand of Jetmir's Garden, Temple Garden, Jace, Exhume, Fallen Shinobi, Selesnya Sanctuary. Pretty ugly looking hand. Not to be rude, but turn Ragavan it is. So we're looking for a Boom Boom for our Channel or Through the Breach. But the good news is Ragavan's here. We have Gruul Turf if we want it. We get Fetch Triome. Again, their hand is pretty bad. Here's a Selesnya Sanctuary, float a blue. Can use that blue? I didn't think so. Yeah, so nice old border Ragavan here is pretty cool. We just naturally draw the Triome, sure. So attack with the Ragavan, see what we hit. And we hit a land. Seachrome Coast. So their mana base is adventurous, to say the least. We could Gruul Turf here, but I think I want to just Triome. Gruul Turf can't cast Channel, and like we risk to run those getting like Wasteland or something like that. Just play with this as I go. Still surprised about these full border art things. Nice, always nice old border cards and this weird looking Triome. Sorry, folks, I just can't get off it. The art's cool, but I just hate the borders. Just give me something nice and pleasant to look at. Here's Island. And again, they have Exhume, Jace, Fallen Shinobi, so not exactly the best hand on their part. We can tap and draw a Mystic. Alright, Ragavan, do your thing, bud. Find something nice up for deck, please. We can cast anything. A mana leak. That's no good. All right, so we are just going to play an Elvish Mystic. And we are going to play a Gruul Turf. And just going to say go. A little bit of all dressed up with nowhere to go here, but got our Jurassic Park treasure tokens. Our viable embryos. I mean, they can play a Rot Farm here. Wow, they are really itching for it. This will allow them to discard to hand size, so if they do have a Boom Boom, they can discard for Exhume, which would be a little annoying, but just don't discard like Atraxa or something like that. Please. Island. All right, cool. Untap. Draw Forest. Very uneventful game here, honestly. Not a lot's happening, but we're going to tackle both of these. We can cast almost anything off Ragavan. Even like a, a multi off-color card. We had a Swamp, which is obviously not cool. And we're just chilling, I guess. We really have almost infinite mana and just nothing to do with it. Not the most eventful game here, but they're going to fire up, what? A Grist the Hunger Tide. That is a good card. They're going to mill over, and they mill over a Fast Bond and make an Insect token. Play the Jetmir's Garden. I want to be... Obviously, just want to draw any Boom Boom, or just any spell for the most part. Look at our Stomping Ground. Untap and draw Bloodstained Mire. Man, we stink. Alright, so... I guess we're just going to slash the token and just attack them. So I want to try and hit a spell of Ragavan. It's so funny, but like we've only drawn lands off our deck and their deck with Ragavan too. Attack Grist for 1. Like, just give me a spell off the Ragavan. Any spell. Nope, land. So far we've exiled land, mana leak. So if you 4 whiffs in a row with the Ragavan. If Triome, Tygas, we can get a Volcanic Island, sure. Just play this Bloodstained Mire and say go. I have an embarrassing game here. Spell players aren't doing anything. They discarded their island. They can't even cast their Fallen Shinobi. Oh, there's an island. So make a token. They have all 5 colors of mana and 6 mana overall. Can't play this Jace the Mind Sculptor, but that's a card. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Been seeing a lot of Oko and Timeless lately. Make a food token, sure. 2, 3, 4. We don't matter to just cast Ulamog next turn. We just draw Ulamog naturally. This channel is basically worthless at this point. Mire will get Volcanic Islands. Untap. And draw. That's a good draw, at least. So we draw Titania. This will allow us to get a 5/3. Only one. I return the land and crack. You get a 5/3. They get Elk by Titania, but yeah, I mean, trading Ragavan for insects pretty bad. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna play Titania, I guess. Whenever a land you control is put in a graveyard, make it 5/3. ETB, return a land. So yeah, so alright, well, here's Titania. So, Titania. Bring back the Wooded Foothills. And I'm going to crack it right now, so you make sure we get our token. And we get a 5/3, which has some value, obviously. Get our Tropical Island. Our lands are super nice. This mana base is exquisite. But going to attack this Grist. Would trade Mystic for Insect, I think, given the option. Alright, I mean, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 mana available. I can cast any card in our deck. And they've got Oko Grist. Oh no. They hit Grizzlebrand with their Grist, and they have an Exhume in their hand. Alright, I guess. That's probably going to lose us his first game here, and just an absolutely abysmal showing for both players. It's turn 7. Make a creature. They gonna pay 7 life or are they a coward? Blue, red. Rona. Okay. Hand is Jace, Shinobi, Temple Guard, Shinobi, Ninjutsu. Cast spells for free. Here's a Godless Shrine. Alright, so we know all 3 cards in their hand. Please just draw a spell. Some sort of good spell. Anything, please. That's a spell. Okay. That's a bit of a boom-boom. We can Leveler away the Grizzlebrand. And then fire Ensign for some big attacks. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately our attacks aren't the best. We could actually, like, through the breach this. That's worse. Because maybe we don't get the ETB trigger. Because it's a cast trigger, so... let's play a land and go to... They're just going to elk the leveler, I guess. But it's, like, fine. I guess there's a kill Grizzlebrand, which is huge, I think. So kill this. And then we'll... start thinking about lining up attacks. They're not even good attacks, you know. Draw 7 in response. They go up to 10 cards in end. Get a Power Stone. And attack Grist. Trading Titania for food tokens, pretty bad. I don't really have any more fetch lands, though, I guess. So, whatever, sure. Just clear the board up a little bit. They just drew a whole handful of cards, so we're probably not in great shape, but... Alright, so Dubs jumps. Dying for some spells here. End step. Sword. Oh my god. Alright, well, I guess I drew 7 cards. So there's Sword Plowshares on the old 8/8. And now I think we're in big trouble. Problem is they start too. Like, turn on Ragavan. We hit 4 times. We just bricked insanely hard with the Ragavan hits. And they just didn't do anything. We just couldn't find anything cool to do. Realistically. And here's Chase the Mind Sculptor. We can loot. Maybe we'll deck them. So loot the Rona. It's going to be hard to beat Grist and Oko and Jace here. Discard a Thoughtseize. They're at 4. We have Through the Breach. So like we could sneak in a big Through the Breach attack maybe, but Jace will bounce the Elemental token. Rude. And they will cast a Grief. That's crappy. Sure. This opponent's just playing like multicolor madness here. It's funny, we draw the stupid Infestation X spell. We can just make like 40 insects and probably kill them that way. With our channel in 23 life. Alright, let's see what's up here. Elk the Power Stone. That's kind of lame. And here comes the Power Stone. Feeling frisky. Alright, can you draw a spell here, please? How about Ulamog? How about Torsten, Founder of Benalia? 7 mana for a 7/7, ETB. Reveal top 7. Any number of creature or lands go to your hand. And then when it dies, make 7 1/1s. I'm in for that. Alright, so white. And, alright. Here's our Torsten. Karn's very excited about it. So, top 7 cards. We got some boom booms in there, obviously. There's Ulamog. There's Kogla, Forest, and Mountain. We're bottoming the Court, the Infestation, and the Minkskin Boo, which kind of sucks, but he's going to our hand. And now I can, in theory, I can channel Kogla and Ulamog, right? Kogla ETBs and fights a creature you don't control, so I can fight the Grief. I could Ulamog the Oko, probably. It's indestructible. Yeah, I like that. So let's just do it. Let's just go green, green. Channel. They're at 4 life. Oh. All right. I guess they pitched an Atraxa, so it wasn't that bad. They picked Atraxa for Force Negation. That's fine. Um, I only have 5 mana left over, so I can't cast them. I mean, our hand's still juiced, right? This is like fine, I think. So we just say go. Um, Again, not having a Atraxa to deal with is pretty cool too. So they have a Grief. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 14 mana next turn. We have 17 mana worth of cards, I suppose, but they're going to discard Life Death. Discard a time. I must have milled the Time Spiral. Time Spiral, Life Death. This is a Peruski here. They got the Atraxagon. Like, imagine if we spiked that Atraxa off the Ragavan earlier, you know? Like, that'd have been friggin' sweet. You can cast anything, so. They're going to Grist Plus. They have 7 cards in deck. I think decking them is a real possibility here also. Yeah, going to Elk this thing, obviously, which is really annoying, but sure. 7 mana for a 3/3 Elk. Them's the breaks. Jace is going to Fate Seal us. It's fun. Their hand is Temple Garden, Fallen Shinobi. The Shinobi deals damage to me, and I exile 2 cards. They can play one of them for free. That's a pretty scary card, actually. With the Grief. They can, like, bounce the Grief, Shinobi, and then recast the Grief. So I have to block the Grief if possible. Because them recasting Grief is pretty bad because our hand's so juiced, so. Opponents of a tank. I want to remind you, of course, here on CoolStuffInc.com. Check out the article that goes with the video. I do a video article every Monday and a written article every Friday. End of the year here, I always sneak one of these cube draft videos in. My editors don't love it because they don't do that well, but I don't care. It's Christmas. Here come the boys, and we are going to block and kill Grief. They want to bounce token and do their Shinobi. It's fine, I think. But let's just make sure this Grief dies. Six cards in hand, 7 cards in deck. Honestly, a lot of the cards they have must be lands. That's not true, actually. I guess I did I milled over 3 lands with Ragavans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they got to have at least, 5 or 6 lands among their hand and deck left. So here's the Ninja. Lose the thingy, which is fine. We're taking a solid chunk of 7 here. We're going to Ulamog the Oko, I think. They exiled a Manamorphose and a Sanctum, which is great. Just 2 bricks for us, so. Draw your card, get closer to decking like that. Yeah, we got to Ulamog the Oko and then Kogla the Fallen Shinobi. Alright. 2 green floating. Shinobi's gone. Let's see what else I got in store for us here. This is a really exquisite mana base. We have all 3 on-color duels, multiple fetch lands, on-color Triome, other on-color duels, couple fetch lands. This is a nice mana base, folks. I'm not going to toot my own horn or nothing here, but this is a pretty nice mana base. Here's a oh my god, Eternal Witness? Sure. Witness is going to get back maybe Time Spiral. That's bad if it is. They did draw 7 this game off Crystal Brand. And they've had multiple Planeswalkers in play for many, many turns. They're gonna get Thoughtseize. Wow, okay. I guess hitting Ulamog's pretty good. Should shuffle back in, And Kogla's still pretty good here too, so. The problem is Oko is just kind of like invalidating all of our stuff. Alright, let's take the Ulamog, shuffle it in. Shuffle the whole graveyard in, actually, so. It's interesting. It's kind of bad, kind of good for us. We had some blanks in there, but some boom booms, so. Play my land, which is rude. Doesn't say that it's my land. It's my land. You can't have that. Alright, so we draw a Minkskin Boo. That's pretty good. So we get to Minkskin Boo, make the token attack This can fling stuff too, right? Are they just dead? They're just dead. Yeah. Let's just try and kill them, right? They have 5 cards in hand. Just gotta cast Kogla first and see what happens. Cast Kogla and fight the Fallen Shinobi, and then we'll just Minx Boo minus and sack either Ragavan or Kogla to kill them. Minx Boo comes to the rescue. No Force of Will there, so... Minx Booyah? Make a hamster? Yeah, I'll make the hamster, thank you very much. Sack Creature Fling. Love it. Face. Oh, yeah, what a game. Minx Boo takes it down. Woo! Alright, so multicolor just stuff from our opponent. Don't think much changes on our side. Our deck is mostly just playing all of our good cards. I could see cutting this Liberator. Honestly, it doesn't seem pretty good against them. They didn't really have much for it. Could cut the Liberator and bring in maybe the Glorybringer, just against Planeswalkers. And I think that's it, honestly. Run this back. Let's try it again. Game 2. All right, we got Birds of Paradise, Triome, Channel again, but no Boom Boom. Again, we're a little light on Channel Boom Booms, I'm not going to lie. We're definitely a little bit missing some of the elements we want here. We can keep this, though. We got Birds, Removal Spell, draw 7, and then if we draw Boom Boom, we have Channel, so I'm kind of in. Here's a Bloodstained Mire, sure. So give me a birdie. We have some stuff. Double Triome and Swords to Plowshares. Wow. All right, sure. That's not a bad one. Boom, boom. That's not a boom, boom. All right, so just play Triome and say go. Yeah, not quite there yet, but draw 7's nice. Turn 3 Grist. Make a token. They mill over a Grief. That'd be annoying to reanimate. We draw Avacyn's Pilgrim. That's a Glorybringer next turn, so play Pilgrim. I'm going to kill this Insect because they can't sack and kill my Pilgrim too. So kill this. Play Mire and just say go. Plan is to get Stomping Ground, end step, and then untap like Glorybringer, attack the wrist, and kill whatever they play. And just kind of empty our hands so we can sail into the west. Grist, mill over a Swamp, make a token. A lot of cards in end. Still 4 cards left. Blue, white, white, Lingering Souls. That is kind of annoying, actually, but alright. Get Stomping Ground. Our Glorybringer is a lot worse now, unfortunately, but it just sort of is what it is. We still going to play it. We'll play it, exert, kill a token, and just attack Grist. They'll block the token, probably sack this and kill it, but whatever, I guess. Attack Grist and exert. Kill a token. Lingering Souls is kind of good against us, actually. Lingering Souls is also really good with Grist, too, so. Attack. Hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday, obviously. Don't see how there's any play here but block with Spirit Token. So, fire out the blocks. I mean, if we draw a land, we can show Tarmogoyf and then end step sail in the west. It's pretty good. One black. This is a Thoughtseize. It's pretty bad for us. I'm going to Grist. Milling over a Fallen Shinobi. They're going to Entomb. Oh, God. Alright, well, here comes Atraxa, I guess. We don't really beat Atraxa very well. So, I think we're going to game 3 here, actually. They're going to death back the Atraxa, reveal 10 cards, and they're going to get a lot of these. Time Spiral, Force, Witness, Land, Fast Bond. I think we're pretty much dead here. They have the Force and their removal spell too, so don't really have a way out. Good old Traxa. Doesn't show me what cards they got. They choose Time Spiral, Spell Pierce, Eternal Witness, Rot Farm, Fast Bond. Love Fast Bond with the bounce lands. Pretty sweet. Take some points and play some spells. Nope. Attack for 1. Sure. So yeah, I don't... We draw like exactly Ulamog. I would feel okay about things, I think. It's not great, but... We drew a Swamp. I mean, a Forest. So... I mean, I guess we have times. Honestly, I just... they have 20 cards. I'm not going to deck them with this, but... They put Force in their hand. They took... Where are the cards they took? They took Spell Pierce. They have Spell Pierce up. So... crap. So we could, like... I could... What's... Alright, let's do this. Let's channel... We'll cast Tarmogoyf and cast Sail into the West. We can use the channel to pay for the Spell Pierce. And then we can also play an Ulamog if we hit it too, I think. So let's start there. So let's go green. Green. Channel. We got some work to do to win this game, so they're going to Spell Pierce it. Alright, we're going to pay for this and this. So we can't play Tarmogoyf, but it's fine. So, pay 2. Here's channel. And we're going to Sail into the West. So we go blue, green. Why can't I pay mana? Oh, look at this thing. Sorry. I didn't know how to do it. So blue, green. Pay a life. Pay a life. Into the West. So each vote, we're going to vote for... If Embark gets more votes or is tied to Embark. So each player draws 7. So they're going to discard their hand of 4 cards. And we're going to each draw 7 cards. Alright, so... I'm sorry. It's a May. They don't have to do it. And they chose not to. We draw kind of a brick city here. Not a lot to do with our stuff. Let's probe them, I guess. Pest infestation. Oh, no. If we had 1 green, we can make a bunch of pests here. We can't even do that, though. I think we're going to game 3 here. All right, so we're going to say go. I think we're super dead now. They could have done their hand drawn 7, too, and they decided to keep their hand, which means their hand must be pretty damn good. I mean, they have Time Spiral and stuff as well, so I think we're just dead. Let them do their thing, I guess, but kind of sit back and relax here. I'm just, this holiday and just sip my drink. Take 9. What do you got, friend? They're going to sack creature and kill my Glory Banger. Sure. Ulamog's our only real way to deal with this Atraxa. Then we're going to game 3. Oko, Thief of Crowns, sure. Make a food. I guess we're going to game 3, folks. We're on the play for game 3, We get some boomers. Their mana base is a little sketchy, too, so... Flashback, Lingering Souls. Not really sure we can draw here. Cityscape Leveler. I mean, we can through the breach this, but like... I guess that's actually live. Yeah, sure. If it also do Force, but that's fine, I think. So, let's just try and do this. Let's go, I want to cast Ragavan, too, so let's do this. Try and cast with a reach. Put in the leveler. We're going to attack the Oko and kill the Atraxa. Cool. All right. I mean, I've seen worse. Just gonna cast Ragavan here, not particularly useful, but and then play Gruul Turf, bounce a Forest. The leveler goes to our bin, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to do it next turn. So we can do it again next turn. And we could kill the Grist, maybe. So, I feel like we shouldn't be winning these games. I feel like last game we were super behind, too. We're kind of like just battling it out. But I guess we're at 5, you know. Should block this. So we have a lot of work to do, I suppose. But, you know, so for telling there's a chance sort of thing. So you're telling me there's a chance. Grist mills over Grizzlebrand. I mean, they already had Traxa, so it doesn't really mean that much. We can stomp a flyer. They have Eternal Witness. Ugh. It's probably just like get death back and get back their stupid thingy. All right, well, that sucks. We can level over the Atraxa again, I guess, but we're dying to be spirit tokens. I mean, this time they want Grizzlebrand, not Atraxa. Odd choice, honestly. Very, very odd choice. All right, let's level her. And oh, we're just dead, right? We kill this, but they still have the other attackers. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, that's fine. Good game. Good next game. All right. I mean, they did a lot of stuff that game. You know, to be totally fair. We'll go into our game 3 here. Anything change for us? I don't think so. Just looking for a decent draw. You know, again, our deck is kind of iffy in that like we have a lot to put together. We have a lot of cards that kind of go together but kind of don't. So, but those two go together. Channel Ulamog, keep. So. Also, they have Force. I think they're just dead here. We could even Ulamog and Leveler on turn 2. That's a little much, probably, but we're going to probe them also. This is 19 life. All right, let's probe them. Probe them. Let me see. Spell Pierce. Ugh. Oh, but no blue. They have their mana base is quite the adventure. So play this and just say go. Setting up for Triome plus Channel Ulamog, kill your land on turn 1. Turn 2, it should be good enough to win the game, I think. Here's a Jetmir's Garden. We'll get our Triome. And, I mean, unless they drew exactly Force Mitigation, I think we're good here. Alright, that is it. Pay the lifeys. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! So basically on Sword Splasher, Stairs or Bust here. 5 put together our good draw, you know? Not the most consistent deck ever, but the potential's there. The potential's there, right? All right. We got turn 1, Birds, a Ragavan, or Pilgrim. We've got Channel, Tarmogoyf. We're on the draw. Nothing to do with our channel, really, but we got to keep this in. I think we're just going to keep this and say, see what they do. Our mana's good, too, with all our duels, so they're going to play Stormcarved Coast and say goes. Is it turn 1 Ragavan or turn 2 Birds? Turn 1 Birds, I mean. We draw land, so now we have Channel available, too. I was going to play... Just going to get a Taiga. Play Ragavan, I think. Like, highest upside, if they kill it, I should play 2 1-drops. It's fine. We also can channel out the Torsten. Not too difficult, that much difficulty either. Once the birds and the pilgrims in play, so make them answer the call of the monkey here, and they cannot answer the call of the monkey. Here's Smuggler's Copter, and Ragavan's getting in. Let's go, buddy. All right, Ragavan. We're gonna reveal their Emrakul, so I can channel it. Let's go. Reveal Kolaghan's command. That's a little too good to pass up. Shadow the Copter and just make them discard a card. That's pretty insane. Let's do that. I can't resist. Cast Kolaghan's command. Discard Shatter. So discard Shatter. We're going to go red, black. Good old Ragavan. They discard a mountain. It's fun. Alright, sweet. Let me see. Black, black, blue. A Phenomancer. That is a natural predator to Ragavan. Make a snake. That's fine, then. I think Ragavan mostly did a job at this point, so that's a good draw. Bone Crusher Giant. That's actually a great draw. So I get to go Birds of Paradise and Stomp. Yeah, I'm down. Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast it now so they can't like Spell Pierce or something like that. So just Stomp this. No attacks, but a lot of mana. Looking pretty good here. We might be able to channel out this Torsten next turn. Just channel red green, or I mean green white. Pretty silly card. Attack for 1. That is ambitious. That is an ambitious attack. I'll take the 1 damage from the snake. What's the follow-up? It's a freaking stupid ninja. Alright, so they get to look at my deck. It's no Ulamog, please. They hit Flame Slash Outland Liberator. Pretty good. Yeah, 2 cards for free. Still looking pretty good here, I think, though. We get to, we draw a land, we can play. Oh, we do. That's cool. So you just go channel. Cast this Goyf, too. We can go white, green, land, and pay some life. Here's Torsten. Look at the top 7 cards. Keep any lands or creatures. And we got Courser, Mystic, Triome, Trop. Bottoming Natural Order, Minkskin Boot, Emerald. Still pretty good. And should I play this Goyf also? Not too bad. 5, 6, and a 7, 7. And if this thing dies, I get like an army of 1/1s. And then next turn, you can just play Courser, gain some life, keep playing some cards. Could pay 3 life and draw a card off this. That seems pretty bad, though. So just like a... They only have 2 cards left. And this is a pretty chunky board, so I think we're doing all right here. Pre-combat Chart a Course. Discarding a Mana Crypt. Alright. Play a land and Baleful Strix. It's pretty good. Definitely one of the natural predators of Tarmogoyf. Alright, but now the game is stalled out. We get to play Courser. They can kill it with the Liberator, but I think it's like fine. Especially with this Mire too, so just play Courser. Play Courser. Top card is Gruul Turf. I'm in. Turf on the top. And we'll see if they want to let me leave this in play. Alright, so I'll bounce the Forest. It's funny because like the old border Corsic. Actually, I love old border cards, but I actually hate the old bordered Courser of Kruvix and the old bordered Strix because they don't look like artifacts. I think it's a really like poor design choice. But alright, so we're gonna play a Mystic, and we're gonna play a Pilgrim. And then does Torsten want to attack? I don't think so. I'm just going to say go here. And I would love it if this Courser lived. Yes, it looks like it's not an enchantment creature, which is definitely sketchy. Trinket Mage. Going to get a Mox Ruby. Pretty powerful. Gonna hold the Ruby, which is also interesting. Alright, untap. Top card is Escape the Wilds. Love that. Alright, so I can just cycle into Escape the Wilds, right? That's kind of gas. Go 1, 2, 3. Cycle this. Top card is Cityscape Leveler. It's also a boomer. Just gonna cast Escape the Wilds. They counter it. It sucks. Whatever. Honestly, you know what happens. All right. Our top cards exiled are Infestation, Ataxian Probe, Sanctum, Bonecrusher, Forest Leveler. Let's play 2 extra lands now too. Top card's Kogla. I kind of like Ataxian Probe here. Just play the Tropical Island. Just gonna hard cast the Probe. And pay the blue. Set our top card here. It's Metamorphose. Alright, let's play the Forest. I should put Sanctum. That's stupid. I screwed up. Whatever. That's fine. So we have Pest Infestation, Bonecrusher Giant, and Cityscape Leveler all lined up for next turn. Just gonna say go here. Alright, so no attacks. We just say go. Next turn we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 mana. We can go Leveler, maybe Stomp. Here's a Shredder. We can Infestation and kill Baleful Strix. Fire up the Connive. It's fine. Oh yeah, their hand is a... They have an Atraxa in their hand? Oh no. I missed that part. Alright, sure. I mean, they're really far from casting it, so... We draw. Stomping Ground. So... We can... Leveler. Once we kill the Shinobi, we can attack and stuff, too. I'm going to Pessimist. Can I Leveler Pessimization? I can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can Infestation one thing. And these cards go away next turn. Yeah, so... Or I could just Stomp something. Which is honestly kind of reasonable also. Yeah, we'll just do that. So let's just go Leveler. And we'll just kill the Shinobi. And then we'll Stomp the Baleful Strix and just attack. Wait, what? Oh no, I'm sorry. This is on an adventure. I got the UI got me. That's fine. So let's do it. We'll spend Infestation. That works the same way, honestly. It's even better. So top card's Ulamog. Love that. This targets this. X equals 1. Destroy the Baleful Strix, make a pest. I think it's Connive, whatever. I guess Connive discards the Atraxa for them, but what am I going to do, you know? We have Ulamog on top. Leveler lined up. They discarded Action Rider, so they have tons of Boom Booms, more Reanimatory stuff. And now we're going to jam with you and you. Just kind of get this ball rolling. They can Liberate or kill the Leveler, but whatever, honestly. They're going to triple block the Tarmogoyf. So this is a 5/6. I'm happy to kill these two, I think. Good old Tarmogoyf getting it done. Take 7, bin the cards. And I don't even think Atraxa or Action Rider is good enough here. If they draw like a recurring Nightmare, they can like cast it a few times, but yeah, it's not going to work. So, alright, cool. So we'll take that one. Opponent's deck is Graveyardy. Like Grixis Graveyard stuff. I don't think it changes much on our end, honestly. That Shinobi card's kind of annoying, but I'm trying to run it back. Alright, so we got Ragavan Probe. This is easy keep here. We got Probe Ragavan. We have Channel of Draw Boom Boom. We have a draw 7 and some mana. Pretty in. Blood Crypt, Faithless Looting. Possible turn to Atraxa here. Wouldn't like that. They discard a Tolly and a Mountain. Alright, well, we can see how bad it is for us. Draw for turn. And Probia. How bad is it? Their hand is Recurring Nightmare, Chart a Course, Trinket Mage, Force of Will. So the Force of Will is kind of annoying, actually, but honestly, this isn't even that. My Force is Ragavan, and they have no way to recur their Atalia, so they get a creature in play. I guess they have Trinket Mage and Recurring Nightmare, but requires a lot of stuff to go on, so they're gonna force this pitching the Chart a Course. So that's gone. So they have Trinket Mage, Recurring Nightmare, Island. Not that bad. Unfortunately, we drew the Ulamog. We don't have double green either way, but... Oh, no. Baleful Strix is an insane draw. Alright, well. Might have a Talia next turn now. Let's draw a Flame Slash. Flame Slash. Flame Slash. Gruul Turf. Not quite. Alright, well. Actually, I might just play Gruul Turf there. Just have double green next turn for channel, but I don't know. We'll see. They go land Recurring Nightmare, where it's a doo-doo, they drew a land. Alright, so yeah, it probably didn't matter either way. So here's Recurring Nightmare, sack the Strix, hit back the Atali, and some pretty big hits here. They get my Tarmogoyf and their Atraxa. Well, Merry Christmas to them, I guess. We're just gonna go game 3 here. That's enough for me. I'm good. You can go game 3, no problem. Pretty good. On the play for game 3. And we've got, Mox. We had that. We got Mox, Sanctum, Tarmogoyf, Manamorphose. Not a very good hand, actually. We can just turn on Manamorphose and just, like, try and find some gas, I guess. But, yeah, I can't mulligan this. I have a Mox, like, whatever, I guess. So we'll go Mox, Sanctum, Manamorphose. I would say, is it green, trying to draw a channel? Or red, trying to draw Ragavan? I think channel's still good on turn 2. It's actually almost better on turn 2 since it's leveler, so just do this. Do this. Manamorphose. Let's go red, Forest. Right. Turn 1, 1/2 Tarmogoyf. Not the most impactful, scary card ever, but opponent's in the mulligan. We're drawing 2 through the breach, or channel, or natural order. Honestly, natural order's fun. They have their own Mox, and they have a turn 1 Smuggler's Copter, which is pretty good. Ragavan and no red. It's a sad day. Alright, yeah. So bounce this. I think you want to like Gruul Turf in our deck. You know, we are a little mana hungry, but obviously not really working out the best for us here. We can dash this next turn. Set up for a Cogla the turn after, so Cogla's great in this board. It kills the artifacts and enchantments, obviously, so untap and draw Stomping Ground. Yeah, we'll dash it. See what happens. Wouldn't mind a Force here, honestly. What is this? Oh! What is this card? No. I'm an idiot. Alright, well, I didn't play a land first. I didn't. I guess miscalculations an old card. I should play the land first. That was very dumb. There's no reason to play a land there. Alright, so, no, we'll just play this tapped and shamefully attack for 2. That's bad. It's embarrassing. So we Sanctum on next turn. We have 5 mana untapped. That's gross. A Phenomancer. Oh, boy. All right. Yeah, we're in trouble. I don't know how good if we had dashed there, we wouldn't have affected the game anyway, but they get to attack and loot here. And then we just got a Boom Boom. We're in some big doo-doo. Nope, Chart a Course. All right, so still alive for the moment. Phenomancer is pretty good against Tarmogoyf, though. We draw a Court of Garenbrig. I mean, obviously we'll be giving the Monarch back to them if we play this, because they have better attackers than us. Then I have Cogla the next turn. Do I cast this? So, meter upkeep, distribute 2+ the most encounters among 2 creatures. For the Monarch, double the counters. So I draw a card, then they draw an extra card, and they're the Monarch. I can't attack them, but I can play Cogla. They draw an extra card, and then maybe I can attack them. It's probably not great, honestly, but I think it's probably better than doing nothing, so Kind of hate it. Let's see what happens. It's not F6. Draw like stomp on the end step. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, so we're the Monarch. No attacks. End step, we draw a card. And it's a... we drew stomp. Okay. I wish I had said to stop my end step. But here's a Trinket Mage, sure. They get their Mana Crypt. It's powerful. Crew Smuggler's Copter. Alright. Let them loot. We're going to stomp the Aphenomancer. Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to stomp the snake. No, I can't do that. This triggers on beginning of each upkeep. God, so I can't... I want to fight this and stomp this so I can attack, but I can't even do that. That sucks. And I can't fight the snake, so it'll die. They discard a land. Beginning of each upkeep. And I have 6 mana next turn. Alright, that stinks, but sure. So they get my thing. I'm going to stomp the Aphenomancer. I guess I could just Kogla the Trinket Mage and just like get rid of all our creatures so they can't keep coptering me. They discarded a land. They draw a card. So we put the counters here. Doesn't really matter that much, honestly, but... Alright, here's 6/7. So we're going to attack them just to get rid of their creature. So we want them to remove their crew. So attack with this. They block with Snake Token. We play Kogla, fight the Trinket Mage. And then we're winning on the board. But there's still the Monarch, obviously, which is bad for us. So if that dies, play Volk. Play Kogla. And, oh! Well, that's the game, folks. Pretty gross. They had the clutch force of will. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not there on leveler yet either. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, the Monarch was wrong. I don't know. Obviously, they have to have exactly force of will. It's the only card they can have in the entire format that stops us from doing that, but... Yeah, I mean, we knew they had it from prior games and stuff, so... Alright, yeah, this is bad. They get to crew, we keep attacking. No big creature in a graveyard yet, but it's gotta come soon, probably. Drawing 2 cards a turn also. Discard an island. Alright. And we see a recurring nightmare. So they are all set up, minus the Boom Boom. I need to return their Aphenomancer too. Ugh. This card is so good against us too. Like we have all ground idiots. Alright. This is bad. Not sure we can draw here, honestly. That's like really good for us. I guess that plays. Each player discards, draw 7. The problem is like they're gonna draw Boom Boom now, but I guess like what else are we gonna do? We don't got anything else going on, right? So sure. Just spin the wheel and see what happens. Blue, green. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 mana left. Each player discards and draws 7. So we just wheel. Alright, embark. Vote doesn't matter here, obviously. Once I choose embark, it's all it can ever be. The votes are tied, that's what it is. So let's both players choose the other option. They choose to not discard their hand. Wow. We draw Channel, Gataxian Probe, Escape the Wilds. Wow. This is pretty wild, actually. So we could, like, channel our leveler into play now. The problem is, of course, that we have like not much life to play with. That would put us down to 3 or 4, I guess, with a copter in play. That's kind of sketch. So maybe we just play Bone Crusher and just say go. It's not good, you know, but yeah, I think channel leveler is too risky right now. Play this, say go. Courser can gain some life next turn too. We'll hold this probe as well. Feel like we're a pretty big dog, but they have the recurring nightmare in their hand too, I guess. We know about that. Here's a loot. Please don't find a boom boom. They found a mountain. Okay. So still sort of same as a chance. God, so many death touchers. My big idiot just can't get through. Alright, so they draw another card. Put our counters. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. We draw Tiger. Alright, so... Oh, man. Alright. Unearthing levelers, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could just like play land unearth leveler, kill Smuggler's Copter, attack, get the Monarch back, maybe. Sure, I'm in. We'll just do that. Forget channels, do it the old-fashioned way. Spend 8 mana. Move to combat. Here comes the boom boom. Kill Smuggler's Copter. This wins the Monarch back too, so a little bit of a small victory there. Don't think that's a very good block. Sure. So we kill their we get to kill their Bevelstrix and get the Monarch and deal 7. That's pretty awesome. And we'll say go. Exile that thing, draw a card, discard a mountain to hand size. Alright, I mean, now we're like sort of in the game, I feel like. They've lost their way to keep discarding, so if they draw a boom boom now, they can't get it in the bin. They attack us to get the Monarch back. We can't afford to block here, so... And they get Monarch back. Just play Recurring Nightmare, which is fine. I mean, they could, like, loop their Bevelstrix or whatever, but, like, that's fine. Like, whatever. I guess that's, like, this is better than, like... I guess that block made sense, but... Pyromancer? Sure. So they have a pretty good deck, honestly. Just, like, good reanimator stuff. Good interaction. They discard 2 lands? Man. Alright, we're kind of getting there. Still a lot of work to do, but... Alright. Grovis Bone Crusher Giant. They get a snake. They have 2 Death Touchers. And we draw a Mystic. So I can go Courser, Escape the Wilds. Just try and make some headway. Here's Courser. Top card is Natural Order. Ooh, I kind of want to draw that one. I can just probe and draw this, I guess. What do I even have to Natural Order for? I don't remember. Oh, I have the big thing that makes tokens. It's pretty good. Let's do that. Let's go Probia. Pay blue. Draw Natural Order. Forest off the top. And play Mystic. Play Natural Order. I think it's just this guy, right? We have Titania. I also have Titania. I have a land in the bin, but not a fetch land. Yeah, it's just this guy. All right, so get this thing. Top 7 cards. And where's the bottom of your library? So we want Titania, Liberator. I just put the lands back in my deck, I think. I don't think I need those in my hand. I'll take Triumph. So, top cards through the breach, sure. Again, our attacks aren't really good here, but that's okay, I guess. The infinite snakes is like pretty hard to deal with. No attacks. Every land you control is put not from anywhere, so this cycle won't matter. But discard Forest, say go. We got some games here, let me tell you. Ledger Shredder. 13 cards in hand. They still have Recurring Nightmare too. So like once they just find a freaking Boom Boom, we're in big trouble, but they gotta find it eventually, right? And there it is. There's an Atali. Alright, yeah. Now we just have Recurring Nightmare Atali. Yeah, I think we're dead. Their deck lines up pretty well against us. Death Touchers hold the ground. They have better late game. We weren't able to put together one of our, like, you know, our busted channel or natural order draws early, so here's a Tali. Good chance Tali hits a, they hit a Traxa and my Minkskin Poo. I'm sorry, through the breach, never mind. Yeah, so a Tali for a Traxa again. I think it's going to be good enough to do it for a second time. Reveal 10 cards. They reveal Shallow Grave, Upheaval, Sheoldred, Ashen Rider, Looting, Mana Drain, Metamorphose, Animate Dead. It's pretty good. They choose Swamp, Ashen Rider, Mana Drain, Metamorph, Upheaval. Swamp, Ashen Rider, Mana Drain, Metamorph, Upheaval. Swamp, Ashen Rider, Mana Drain, Metamorph up. So these 5 cards. They're a 9 life. Without the Mana Drain, if we could just cast this Minkskin Boo, we would kill them, right? Maybe they'll screw up. The Monarch's also not a May, so they only have 5 cards in their deck, but it's still pretty tough. They still have freaking Recurring Nightmare too. That they discarded the Ashen Rider. So we've got a lot of work to do, to put it mildly. Put the counters here. And Minkskin Blue Fling would kill them, but they drew mana. So if they didn't have a manager, I actually won this game. That's kind of gross. Here's Foothills. Top cards, Birds of Paradise. Gain a life. Crack this. We have 7 cards of our own left here. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us, unfortunately. Unless they just let this Minkskin Boo resolve for some reason. Which I can't imagine why they would. Do I cast Titania? I mean, they might not realize this thing flings and kills them, maybe. Cast Titania first. Alright, they didn't take the bait. I don't think we have a way out here, folks, but gain a life. Crack this. Get the last Forest. Top card is Abyssin's Pilgrim. Not good. Yeah, just cast this and just try and hope they don't notice. Connive. Minkskin Boo? High inflection question? Nope. They figured it out. All right, so that leaves us dead, right? We were at 10. They have 10 in the air. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, GG. That's good. Let's cast this in MTGO. They have Upheaval Metamorph too. They can like metamorph their freaking Atali, or they just do whatever they want. Honestly, basically, they can even like Upheaval, flow a bunch of mana, or whatever, just recast stuff. They can win like 7 different ways. Won the flip. They get the Mana Drain mana too. I forgot that one too. Mana Drain is not just counterspell. Very silly card. Alright, they're going to animate dead their Ashen Rider. Going to show off here a little bit. They're going to exile my Torsten. Cast Metamorph, copy Ashen Rider. Connive. I mean, they only have 2 cards in deck. You know, like, if we had some way to not die this turn, we could, like, kill them with Connive plus Monarch. Both are not optional draws, so... Lelia. That's a weird one. That exiles a card too, actually, but alright, you got me. Alright, so GG. Alright, it's not the most successful draft of all time, but still a lot of fun. Definitely had some really powerful cards like Mixkimbu. We kind of didn't quite get all the way there on some of our big cards like Channel or Natural Order, where we had like a few good things to Channel, a few good things to Natural Order, but not the full Monty we really, really want. But still a lot of fun. So, happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I love you all. And, again, once a year, cube every time. You can't stop me. I'm going to do it, all right? Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it. Have a happy holiday, and I'll see you next week.